Hello children. Hope you have seen all the videos which was recorded earlier for grade 10, and I hope all the concept which has been taught there is very clear to you all. Okay, so this video is purely based on the numericals related to the image formation. So when I was taking the class on the image formation in the classroom, I told you that there are few numerical which is going to come ahead of the chapter. We will be solving it. So this is that numerical which I was talking about, right? So this is very important from exam point of view. If you check the previous year question papers, everywhere you have problems like this, and it's very important from board exam point of view. So I don't want anybody to take things casually. Understand the concept and then do it, because without understanding, if you do a numerical, it's not very easy for you to solve. So understand the base of it so that you can solve any numericals given to you all. Correct? So to start out with the numericals, before I start off, I would like to communicate few things to you. First thing is like, there are few concepts which has to remain concrete in your head for us to solve these numericals. And these four concepts which I am talking about is a concept which has been uploaded in your earlier videos. Okay, and I'll tell you what are those four important concepts. Without that four concepts, it would be not very easy for us to solve these numericals. So the first one is like your terminologies related to the spherical mirror. So when I say terminologies, it is basically the radius of curvature, the center of curvature, principal focus, and things like that. And when I talk about these terminologies, a concave and a convex mirror should come to your mind. In case of a convex mirror and in case of a concave mirror, where are these seen? Where is this center in case of a concave mirror? Where is it in case of a convex mirror? Where is the principal focus in case of a concave mirror? And where is it in case of a convex? All those pictures should be very clear to you all. The second thing is your Cartesian sign convention, which is again the base for these numericals. Without this Cartesian sign convention, it would be difficult for you to solve the numericals. Third is your mirror formula. Mirror formula, that formula has to be there in your mind. The last one is your magnification. Magnification is also very important concept, which has to be very clear. So with this magnification, we are deriving different kind of information which is required for the numericals. Without these four concepts, it's very difficult for you to solve the numerical, because all these comes as an application for the numericals that we are going to solve. Okay, so now by telling this, if at this point of time, if anybody feels like this four concept is not clear to me, you can pause this video and just have a recap session of these four concepts. Make it very clear to you, and once that is clear to you all, the numericals becomes very easy for you. But without that, it may be difficult. So you can have a recap session, understand that concept, later on play the video and do the numericals. Okay, because without that, it's not very easy for you to do. And I would also like to tell one thing before sitting for this video: take a pen and a paper, so that it's a numerical session, it's not theory. So let's solve it simultaneously so that it becomes easy for you to solve it. Is that clear? Now, the first problem. A convex mirror has its radius of curvature 20 centimeter. Find the position of the image of an object placed at a distance of 12 centimeter from the mirror. Now it's a convex mirror, so there's a picture. Convex mirror would look something like this, and radius of curvature is given, which is 20 centimeter. We need to find the position of the image. So first thing, when a numerical is given in physics, not in physics, for that matter any subject, if a problem like this comes in, first thing what you have to do is read the question once or twice. Reading once may not be apt, because you may not understand the problem very clearly. So make an effort to read the problem twice, understand it very well. Second, what you have to do is collect all the data which is given in the numericals, and if that numerical is demanding for a diagram, draw it. So this would be your basic thing to solve any numericals. After you do that, it becomes easy for you to organize yourself for solving the numericals, right? So I'm going to do that. the things which is given in the numerical. First, it is given the radius of curvature, it's 20 centimeter. Here it's not just given 20 centimeter, it's positive 20 centimeter. So where did this positive come from? Okay, now in case of a convex mirror, radius of curvature lies towards the right of the pole, correct? Okay, and according to the Cartesian sign convention, anything towards the right of the pole is given by positive, right? So here it is right, and that value of 20 will have a positive sign with it. Is that clear? Okay, now the object distance is given by 12 centimeter, and that is given by a negative sign. Why? Object, I told you, whether it's a concave mirror or a convex mirror, the object is always kept towards the left of the mirror. Okay, and according to the Cartesian sign convention, anything towards the left of the mirror, a negative sign is given. So that's the reason you have the object distance as minus 12 centimeter. Is that clear? Okay, now the question here is to find the image distance, which is given by V. So then I'm going to put as a question mark. Correct? So now from this radius of curvature, can I find the focal length? Yes, we can do it, because we have already learned about a relation which connects the radius of curvature and the focal length, that is r is equal to 2f, right? From that I get f is equal to r by 2, which is 20 by 2, so it is 10 centimeter. Because r is positive 20 centimeter, the f is positive 10 centimeter. Is that clear? So this I have done. Now I'm going to apply these values in my mirror equation or mirror formula. So mirror formula, as we have studied, it is given by 1 by u plus 1 by v is equal to 1 by f. So here my aim is to find the value of v. So v I will be keeping towards left, and I'll take all other things towards my right. So 1 by v is equal to 1 by f minus 1 by u. Correct? So 1 by v is equal to 1 by 10, that is your focal length, minus 1 by minus 12 u value, right? So then I get 1 by v is equal to 1 by 10, minus and minus becomes plus 1 by 12. So 1 by v is equal to 11 by 60. So then v will be reciprocal of that. So it will be 60 by 11 centimeter. Now you can see the value of v as positive. So what does that indicate? It indicates that the image is formed towards the right of the mirror. Because it is formed on the right side of the mirror, it is given positive, because according to the Cartesian sign convention, anything towards the right of the mirror is given by a positive symbol. So now that I've got the value of v as positive, I can say the position of the image lies towards the right of the mirror. Is that clear? This is how I find the position of the image using these values. Okay, let's move on to the second question. Yes, a small candle 2.5 centimeter is placed at 27 centimeter in front of a concave mirror. Here it's a concave mirror of radius of curvature 36 centimeter. At what distance from the mirror should a screen be placed in order to obtain a sharp image? Describe the nature and size of the image. Okay, here to understand the question, like a first question, we have to find the position of the image. Okay, that is there. Apart from that, they've asked you a second part of the question wherein you need to find the nature and size of the image. Nature and size, as I've discussed in the class, nature is nothing but, is it a real image, a virtual image, or an inverted one, or an erect one? That's the nature of the image. And you should also discuss about the size of the image. That is, from the object, is the size diminished or enlarged? How is it compared to the object? So we have to discuss about the nature and size of the image also in this particular question, right? And here they have not asked you the position of the image directly, but rather they have used a word like, at what distance from the mirror should a screen be placed? So a screen will be placed where the image is formed. So wherever the image is formed, when we keep a screen there, you get a real, not a real image, a sharp image, right? So indirectly, they've asked you to find the image distance. So sometimes a question would be asked like this also, right? So this is the question. Is the question clear to you all? Like the first question, but only difference from 1 and 2 is like, first it's a convex, here it's a concave mirror. And in the first question, we had to find only the distance of the image. The second question, we need need to find the position of the image plus their nature and size. Correct? And then the first question they have directly asked you the position of the image. Here in the second question they have asked you what is the position of the screen. So that indirectly is asking you to find the image distance. Correct? So let's see what is given in the numericals. H1 is nothing but, here I am using the magnification formula because they have given a information here that the height of the object is 2.5 centimeter. Where this height comes to your mind? The height can be seen only in case of a magnification. We have learned about magnification. We have two formulas that we use for magnification. One is H2 by H1, that is image size to the object size, or minus V by U. So this is again being told in your previous slides on magnification. So here H1, which is the object height or a size of the object, which is given by 2.5 centimeter. Here again you have a positive. Why? Because it is above the principal axis. Anything above the principal axis according to the Cartesian sign convention is positive. So it's plus 2.5 centimeter. U is your object distance. Object distance, I told you, whether it's a concave or a convex mirror, I always keep my object towards the left of the mirror. So anything towards the left according to the Cartesian sign convention is negative. So object size is negative. So it's given by minus 27 centimeter. Radius of curvature R is 36 centimeter. And see the picture, in case of a concave mirror, the radius comes towards your left. So anything towards your left goes with a negative sign, right? So here my R is minus 36 centimeter. From this R we take the value of focal length, which is given by R by 2, which is 18 centimeter, followed by a negative sign. Correct? So these are the informations which is given in the question. Now I am applying mirror formula. Let me apply the values for this. So here again I need to find the position of the image. So that 1 by V will be towards your left. 1 by F minus 1 by U. So it's 1 by minus 18 minus 1 by minus 27, which is equal to 1 by minus 54 centimeter. So V is minus 54 centimeter. Did you notice the difference? There you got a positive value for V, but here you got a negative value for V. So minus 54 centimeter. So that negative sign with the image distance shows that the image is formed towards the left of the mirror. This is again according to the Cartesian sign convention. Anything towards the left of the mirror is given negative. So this negative sign in the value of the image distance indicates that the image is formed towards the left of the mirror. Is that clear? So did we understand the position of the image? Yes, we have understood. Now the second part of the question, wherein you need to find the nature and size. Size, as I've discussed earlier, it is given by magnification, right? Magnification is nothing but compared to an object, to what extent is the size of the image changing is given by magnification. So I'm going to use the magnification here. So for the nature and size of the image, magnification is given by minus V by U, correct? So which is given by, because I have the value of V and U, so minus 54 by minus 27. So here I got the magnification value as minus 2. And we have already know the value of H1, that is your object size or object height. So in order to find the size of the image, I should know the size of the image. Only then I can compare it with the object size and say whether the images become smaller or enlarged. Okay, for that I use the formula M is equal to H2 by H1. This is again the second formula for the magnification. So I'm going to put the value as magnification is minus 2 is equal to H2 by 2.5 is H1, which is already given in the question. So from this I get H2's value as minus 5 centimeter, right? So now when I look at this, you see H1 is 2.5 centimeter. Now while comparing the height of the image, do not go for the signs. Without that, only compare the value of it. H1 you got it as 2.5, but H2 the image size is 5 centimeter. So from 2.5 it has become 5. So the enlarged image is formed. An image is enlarged. Correct? So that because the value from 2.5 has increased to 5. and a negative sign in this particular size of the image shows that a image is formed down to the principal axis, correct? When anything towards the down of the principal axis is given by negative, so this -5 shows that the image is formed below the principal axis. Now recall all the image formation that you have done. Anything, if the image is formed below the principal axis, it is normally an inverted image, correct? And if it's an inverted image, obviously it will be a real image, correct? So now I got to know what is the nature and size of the image, correct? So from this I've understood that the image formed is a magnified image, that is an enlarged image compared to an object. The image is inverted and the image is also a real image. Is that clear? So it's both part of the question answer, the position of the image as well as the nature and size of the image. Is that clear, children? Okay. Let's move on to the third one. Third one. A concave mirror produces 3 times magnified means enlarged real image of object placed at 10 centimeter in front of it. Where is the image located? So here one thing they've given is the value of magnification. That is, magnification is given by h2 by h1, that is image height or image size to the object size, which is given by magnification, and the value of it is 3 times, so it is 3. And this 3, there's a negative sign. Can anybody guess why is there a negative sign for the magnification? Okay, the reason being simple. If you read the question, it clearly says an enlarged real image is formed. So a real image is an inverted image. And where is this formed? It is below the principal axis. Yes, if you recall the ray diagrams. So anything below the principal axis is given by negative. Yes, so that's the reason there is a negative sign for your magnification. So it's -3. You need to find the location of the image. So V is a question mark. Yes, U is a 10 and it's given by a negative sign. Here again I need not explain. It's the object distance. It's towards left. It's given by a negative sign. It's -10 centimeter. And M is equal to -V by U. We already know the formula. Okay. Magnification is -3 is equal to -V by -10. Correct? Okay. So V is equal to -30 centimeters. So we have got the image distance as -30 centimeters. So this negative in the image distance. So anything negative means the image is formed towards the left of the mirror. So did I get the position of the image formed? Yes. Here I am not using the mirror equation because the information is given on magnification. We don't have any much information. So with this magnification I can find the location. So you should be able to identify smartly of this 4 concepts. The complete numerical will revolve only around this 4 concept. So if you know this 4 concept very clearly, you can easily play this. Okay, try to see which is being given, so which I can use so that I can get. So understand and do. If you understand and do, it's one of the interesting concept in your physics for this particular lesson. Is that clear? Okay, move on to the next. Okay, an object is placed at a distance of 10 centimeter from a convex mirror of focal length 15 centimeter. Find the position and nature of the image. So in this question we will just try to write the given data. So first is like the object is placed at 10 centimeter. So it's a convex mirror. So first U is -10 centimeter. Why is it minus? Because in case of a convex mirror or a concave mirror, the object distance is always towards left. So U is given by -10 centimeter. Now the focal length, in case of a convex mirror, the focal length lies towards the right of the mirror. So if anything towards the right of the mirror is positive, so here focal length is +15. Okay, we need to find the position and nature of the image. So V will be a question mark. So now mirror formula, we know 1 by F is equal to 1 by U plus 1 by V. So I need to find the value of V. So I will put that towards left. 1 by V is equal to 1 by F minus 1 by U. Okay, from that 1 by V is nothing but 1 by 15 minus 1 by -10. So I get 2 plus 3 by 30, which is nothing but 1 by 6. Okay, now V is this 6 centimeter and we have a positive 6. That means the image is formed at a distance of 6 centimeter behind the mirror. Behind the mirror in the sense right side of the mirror. So that is the things that we have got. So because it's a positive value, it is towards the right of the mirror. So that is what we have found the position of the image as. Now they also asked you to find the nature of the image. So to find the nature of the image, I use the concept of magnification. So magnification, M is given by minus V by U, right? Minus V is nothing but it's minus 6, and then U is nothing but minus 10. From that I get M is equal to 3 by 5. Now again recall the magnification concept. We have 3 cases there. If M is equal to 1, or magnification, if it is equal to 1, I say the object and image size are equal. Okay, if M is lesser than 1, the image is smaller than that of the object, and if M is greater than 1, the image is bigger than that of the object. Here it is 3 by 5, which is greater than, which is lesser than 1. Magnification is lesser than 1. That means the image is smaller than that of the object. So we have got one part. So we have to find the nature of the image now. And the positive value for the magnification indicates that the image is formed above the principal axis, right? If it is above the principal axis only, we have the positive value. If it is positive, it's an image which is above the principal axis. And recalling these image formation, above the principal axis means it should be an erect image, and if it's an erect image, it will definitely be a virtual image, right? So with this I understand that the image formed is at a distance of 6 centimeter towards the right of the mirror. Okay, and it is a smaller object compared to an object, it's a smaller image compared to the object, and the positive sign in the magnification shows that it forms a virtual and an erect image. Is that clear, children? Okay. Now to make this concept even more clearer, I'm going to give you 3 practice questions which I want all of you to solve it. Okay, the first question: 4.5 centimeter needle is placed 12 centimeter away from a convex mirror of focal length 15 centimeter. Give the location of the image and magnification. Describe what happens to the image as the needle is moved further from the mirror. Second question: an object 5 centimeter in length is placed at a distance of 20 centimeter in front of a convex mirror of radius of curvature 30 centimeter. Find the position of the image, its nature and size. Third question: an object of size 7 centimeter is placed at 27 centimeter in front of a concave mirror of focal length 18 centimeter. At what distance from the mirror should a screen be placed so that a sharp focused image can be obtained? Find the size and nature of the image. So these are the 3 practice questions which is related to the video. I want all of you to solve this. So hope this numericals what we have solved in this particular video is very clear to you. Don't forget to solve this practice questions also. Okay, so next time when I come up with a video, we will start up with a new concept of refraction. So before winding up, I would like to remind you, if you have any previous set of question papers or any question banks, try to solve the questions related to this particular concept so that it becomes even more clear to you all. Okay, so I'll just communicate with you in the next slide. Until then, I want all of you to take care of yourself, stay home and stay safe. Okay, bye.